We love you,
y'all love the
Birdman.
music too.
We love you. Don't have a shot. We got beef. We got dirty South beef. Adley, this beef is between Birdman and Lil Wayne.
I love these guys, and it was kind of like I'm a huge No Limit fan just for seeing Master P put out these albums. But Birdman also had the label Cash Money, and also put out a bunch of great. It was a Dirty South sound. It was it was Lil Wayne. It was BG. It was Manny Fresh. It was Juvenile. It was all these other great guys from New Orleans stuff. And Birdman had a couple albums on his own too. 5 Star General, all these different ones. And I love that. Yeah, the Big Timers. I love that Dirty South sound. Loved it. And I was a No Limit fan. I was a Cash Money fan as well.
And let's start it off with the cast of characters.
Okay.
Starting with Brian Christopher Williams, better known as
Birdman,
better known as
Baby.
That's right. So he was born February 15th, 1969. He wasn't given a name for the first month of his life, so they called him Baby. And that's where he got the name.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to bring it out of your brain.
Okay.
Birdman's mom, actually his dad, but it was in his mom's name, owned a bar that he lived above with Tamara and Ronald Slim, who they called Slim. Yep.
Yeah.
Who were his siblings. At 5 years old, Gladys dies, and Birdman goes up to Canada with his siblings with his uncle.
Canada?
Yep. His uncle lived in Alberta, Canada. Then his father comes, takes him, but at that time everybody said that it was his stepfather, and he took a paternity test and turned out it was his actual father. Takes him and moves him back in, and they live above Gladys Bar. Now you remember this is in New Orleans, Louisiana. So these young kids, they're like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, and all they're seeing in Gladys's bar, pimps, hustlers, hoes, like all kinds of, skip, scop, scallywags, man.
Next say something while I'm talking is getting shot. Please believe that.
And a whole bunch of like dirty criminals. His dad was shot in the bar one night. He was reaching and tussling, his sister said. I saw him tussling. He got shot, bang, right in the gut. And decided at that moment they were moving out to the suburbs.
Wow.
When Birdman moves out there, he starts selling crack cocaine. Something about that crack cocaine, man.
That's
Gets him
all
every
about
time.
that crack, man.
Yep.
This is the 80s right here, right?
Keeps selling that crack cocaine, and he gets arrested at 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and his stepmother is so sad. She wants to bond him out, and his dad says, don't you bond him out. And she goes and bonds him out. And guess what?
He did it again.
A week later, he gets popped again, and he goes up for a 3-year bid. When they come out of jail, both of them are like, we can't do this, man. We can't do this 3-year bid stuff. And they start a record company called Cash Money Records, because at that time in New Orleans, there was something called bounce music.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it was all about. It's like, okay, we can get into this little like genre of bounce music. We'll go from there. But here's the rub. Their artists didn't sell enough to kind of blow up, and so nobody was kind of getting paid. And these two guys were used to making drug dealer money, so they're like, well, we gotta get paid. So they can't get a hit, they can't find anybody, and then finally one of these bounce artists introduced Birdman to a 9-year-old rapper who's going to block parties and battling people named Dwayne Michael Carter.
No way.
Also known as
Lil Wayne.
Born September 27, 1982, New Orleans, Louisiana. His mother was 19 years old and was working at a restaurant. Wayne was in the gifted program when he was in school. By age 9, he was battling rappers at block parties. Now, here's the problem, though. When he was 2, his mother and his father divorced, and his father forced his mother to live above his grandmother's house. And he would come back and beat her every weekend. And this is what this kid sees growing up.
Yikes.
Summer in 1991, he was signed to Cash Money.
Jeez.
He was 11 when he lost his virginity,
jeez.
Tried cocaine, and at age 12, he shot himself in the chest.
What the
He still
heck?
has bullet fragments above his heart. Yeah, he was saved by a police officer named John. And he banged on the door. John came in. They wanted to call the ambulance, and John decided, and he was an undercover or off-duty police officer. John decided to drive him himself to the hospital.
Wow. At
Yeah.
12?
Yeah, 12 years old.
Jeez. Holy cow.
By this point, Birdman had been using Lil Wayne and BG, but BG had a different name at the time as like a
Okay.
crisscross group. They were like they were trying to do like a little kid thing, and it wasn't working. So he brings on Turk and Juvie.
Yes,
He brings
yes,
on
yes.
Turk and Juvie, and they become the Hot Boys.
Okay.
Birdman kept losing artists because his money wasn't right, but it wasn't until 1997 that the Hot Boys got put out "Get It How You Live," and guess how many copies it sold, Adley?
1 million.
400,000.
400,000?
Not on a major
Underground.
no
Totally
distro.
underground. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh, so this is before Universal picked them
exactly.
up. Okay.
But 1997, that's when they were approached by Wendy Day. Wendy Day is just a deal maker. You want to hear about her deals?
Yeah, let's
Check
hear it.
this out. So Wendy Day set up Master P's distro deal with Priority.
Okay.
She got him an 85-15 split. 85 on his side, 15 on their side.
Whoa.
Yeah. She got Twister a 50-50 split with Atlantic. And
Wow.
then not only that, yeah, she locked up Eminem's deal with Interscope. She got Cash Money a $3 million advance, 85% of their royalties, 50% of their publishing, and 100% of their masters.
Oh, so they get to keep the masters. Yeah. Dude, that's a really good deal.
That is a
at that
insane,
time,
phenomenal
especially.
deal ever.
Yeah.
And you know what in return she got from them? Nothing.
Nothing.
They stiffed her. She had to sue them.
Oh, geez. She brought this. Oh, my gosh. You get all that and they. Ooh.
Lil Wayne tells everybody he was raped at 11 and he loved it.
I got raped when I was 11, Twist. I loved it.
Birdman
What?
calls him his son, exactly. And they kiss on the mouth as adults.
I remember seeing some of those pictures floating around. You're like, what is going on? This is weird.
Turk and Youngbuck both said on Vlad TV that they'd seen Birdman and Lil Wayne kiss, but they didn't do that type of stuff. Trick Daddy went on Charlemagne's radio show, the what's
Breakfast
it called?
Club?
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And he was making fun of Birdman for it, and Birdman went down and threatened Charlemagne in return. So Lil Wayne said he signed to Cash Money when he was 9 years old, but he didn't have a contract with them until 1998, and that was after a Hot Boy's second album.
Also, it was just, hey, come in here and record this.
I mean,
What the-
one more note, this is all shady, right? You see
Yeah.
this is shady, right? Okay, so in 1998, he does sign a contract with them. It states that he has to give them 4 solo albums and 1 duet album. Okay.
Okay.
Now the Hot Boys start falling apart very quickly afterwards. BG was the first to left. His album Choppa City went, and Checkmate went platinum and gold. And that was the
Okay.
album that had Bling Bling. Every
Yeah.
time I come around your
the
city, bling, bling. BG
Yeah.
told MTV they didn't pay him anything for those albums.
Whoa. Nothing.
Juvenile left and sued Cash Money for $11 million. Turk said he got no royalties for Young Thuggin', his solo album, or any of the Hot Boys.
Nothing. Oh, dude. It's like, yeah, the record industry was messed up.
Is it the record industry or is it Birdman?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked about NWA Ice Cube before. People were getting ripped off.
Yeah,
but
so like,
Birdman oversees everything, and he's making money.
so now Lil Wayne has to put out these albums. So he puts out The Block Is Hot, it goes platinum. Lights Out, it goes gold. 500 Degrees, it goes gold. And then in 2004, he puts out The Carter. It sells 878,000 units, but The Carter 2 does 2 million copies. Wheezy gets an imprint called Young Money.
Young Money. Okay. Oh, okay.
In 2007, you remember this, he collabs with everybody.
Yeah.
You remember that? I mean, you
Yep.
name it, this guy collabed with them. He's
That's
collabed with
right.
like Britney Spears, like
Yeah.
everybody. 2008, he has the #1 selling album, The Carter 3. It went double platinum and he won 3 Grammys for it. At this point, Lil Wayne re-signs with Cash Money because his four album deal is already done for
Yeah.
another 4 albums. At this point, he puts out Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Tyga.
Oh, okay. They're on his imprint
That's it.
on Young Money. Okay. Ooh, Drake was on there?
Then in 2010, he goes to jail for a year for gun charges.
Right. I remember that. I do remember that.
And he puts out his memoirs, Gone Till November. After
Whoa,
this, Weezy gets out of jail, puts out 4 more albums, with the last being I Am Not Human 2. Lil Wayne in 2014 is supposed to put out the Carter 5. He teases everybody December 4th and tells them 5 days till we drop. Then, before you know it, he puts out another tweet and says, Birdman stopping the record, and immediately sues Cash Money for $51 million.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I do remember hearing about that because 51 million is a lot of money. Everybody loved him, I feel like. You know what I mean? He was one of those dudes.
President Obama talked about him.
Maybe you are the next Lil Wayne.
Yeah, like guys liked him, chicks liked him, everybody liked him, and he seemed like a fun guy. And dude, and lyrically, man, he was a beast. Is a beast. You know what I mean? He's
the new contract that he'd signed for the 4 more albums stated that he was going to get $10 million an album. So he'd get $8 million up front and then $2 million when the album dropped. After he was done with the Carter 5, guess what he didn't get?
any of that money. Did he get 0?
He got 0.
And he was still on Cash Money at this point.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to, no, he's on Young Money now, right? But he was supposed to be a 49% stakeholder of Young Money, and then Cash Money held the other 51%. They never filed the paperwork for him to be in any form of leadership of Young Money.
So it was a handshake deal, kind of?
Yeah, I guess.
No proof.
Handshake gone bad.
Dude, you've been in the business for 20 years at this point.
But you've been in the business for 20 years with Birdman manipulating you, dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing, bro. Like, think about this. That man is not biologically related to him in any way, shape, or form. And he's like, oh, that's my daddy. That's my daddy. They kiss on the mouth. Dude, it's very, very, very strange. Something strange. And it's very obvious Lil Wayne has deep depression issues, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lil Wayne sues them. Birdman had never filed the paperwork. Also, he didn't get paid on anything that Drake or Nicki Minaj did.
Wow. And their early stuff was phenomenal and blew up.
Sold lots of records.
Yes.
Sold more
Blew
records
up.
then than they sell now. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He asked to see the books and Birdman wouldn't turn him over. Lil Wayne never saw the books for any of his albums or his artist albums. While Lil Wayne's waiting to put out the Carter 5, he's hung up on legal issues, so he puts out a mixtape called Sorry for the Wait, where he disses Cash Money Records.
F Cash Money. Didn't he say that somewhere?
Yep. And you know how Birdman responded?
Didn't pay him any money.
April 24, 2015, Lil Wayne's touring bus was shot up by Pee Wee Roscoe, an affiliate of Birdman.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh, dude. Shut up.
Yeah. June of 2015, Lil Wayne signs with Jay-Z to collab and put out an album. July 4, 2015, the Free Weezy album was published by Republic Records and Young Money.
Huh.
But he doesn't own the actual name Young Money. At Jim Jones' birthday party, Birdman shows up and starts throwing bottles at Weezy while he's performing.
Really?
Yep. Birdman goes on the Angie Martinez show and says, I never cheated Weezy. I never cheated him out of $1. All these guys saying that they got cheated. They're on the Forbes 500 list. Who else is on the Forbes 500 list? Birdman tells everybody, don't forget, I'm forever going to be in business with Drake. I'm forever with Drake. In other words, if Weezy leaves, Drake's not coming with him. Birdman sues Weezy for $50 million, try to get him back, I guess. But then, out of nowhere, they're seen at the club together. It's called Club Lift, and they're performing together. And Baby's saying, Weezy's my son. We're just having family problems. Now we're together. Yeah, at which point Lil Wayne sues Universal for the money. Then in July 2015, Lil Wayne added Birdman and Slim to the lawsuit that he was already doing against Universal. I know. On June 7, 2018, Birdman settles out of court for an unnamed amount. August 2018, Birdman apologizes to Weezy on stage, and he apologizes to him as his son. Wayne was granted full ownership in 2018 of the Young Money record label. And then he puts out the Carter 5. However, in 2019, he was arrested for carrying an unregistered gun in New York City. Now, I don't blame this man for carrying a gun, man. Who knows what Birdman's going to do? He already shot up your bus.
Yeah,
or allegedly didn't do it, but it was his crony shot up your bus. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
The man's carrying a gun. Went to New York City with a gun. He wasn't supposed to have it. He got a 10-year sentence for that. 10 years.
Whoa.
That was to start in 2021.
How do you get out of that?
He was pardoned by President Trump.
That's right. Yes. Okay.
Take that, Birdman.
Whoa. That is crazy.
He was pardoned by President Trump, dude. Isn't that crazy? I'm just reporting what I've read. Me and Adelaide have no opinion on this. So, Birdman, don't come after us. Don't come after us, because we already said we loved your music. Every time I
Cash
come
Money
around
fan.
your city, bling, bling.
Yep.
Pinky worth, ring around, fitty, bling, bling. Every time I buy a new car, bling, bling. Lorenzo's on Yokohama tires, bling, bling.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We love you, Birdman. We just don't know what's
Hot
going
Boys.
on.
Oof. Yeah, that was heat, man. That
We
was
love
heat.
you,
All that
Birdman.
music was
We
great.
just don't know what's going on. And if you're a policeman watching this that's in that local area, hey, man, that's between you two, not us. Do you agree with me?
Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, man, because that's some heavy stuff to deal with. So, but we do love the music, and I'll keep bumping Young Money.
We love you,
y'all love the
Birdman.
music too.
We love you.
Y'all
Don't
love
have
it
a
too.
shot. We didn't say nothing. We're just reporting what we heard, brother. We believe in you, homeboy, in your music. And, brother, you did it. Good for you, homeboy. Good label.
Respect has been put on it.